and just see if I can check any good spots that are clear from weed where there might be some fish moving. Let's move on. I want to hit a load of swims today. Well, today I've got 2 hours. Very, very different from the winter. Absolutely. There's a little worn spot here. Sometimes you can creep up here. I mean, not this swim, I'm talking about other rivers. And you can look down, you can actually see shapes there. Obviously once you start fishing it gets spooky. They drift away, but they're going to go over in that deep spot. I figure here's worth a couple of throws. Well guys, I've got the first fish on. And look at the size of the rod. You may well wonder what I'm using. Yes, it's the pen rod challenge again. Let's get this one in and see what it is. It is indeed. Oh, is it a perch? What is that thing? It is. Oh yes, please. And I've got my worm back. There we go. A nice chub. Hook him on again. Dropped him again. You only get 10 in a packet and I'm cutting them in half to get me the best chance I can of getting fish. There we go. Okay, so what am I fishing with? Let's run through it. There's the pen rod. It's normally this size. You must have seen it on some of our other films. Tiny reel. I don't know what line that is, probably 4 or 5 pound line. I've got a link ledger here which slides with a BB shot. I'm hoping you can see that just there. BB shot up against another stop shot. About 8 inches, then a worm and a size 12 hook. And that last fish I had, that chub, was over in the back of there. So, one thing you've got here is a rod rest, which is my bucket there. I've got to check the drag. I'm just going to rest it down there, and I've got a second pen rod here with a bigger hook. Oh, that's the downside of pen rods. That's it. Got to keep clear of. Oh my God, there's a fish on there. They love these worms, these small streams. There's a good area, a stream of weed in there. I thought this would be absolutely choked, but it's not. So I'm going to try and get under there. Now one I can watch here, just alter it by bumping the handle. The other one I can actually touch ledger, because they weigh absolutely nothing, these rods, and just bump it along the bottom. It might be a decent chub, or could even be decent perch here. That way I can watch my rod top there. You can see it here, there's the rod top. In case there's any bites, keep moving it. Or I can just touch ledge here with a line across my fingers. As you can see. Obviously they're easy to hold, these rods, they're so light. Lovely dark pool there. And lovely weed as well. Normally this is absolutely choked, there's quite a good current going through here. Guys, I've only got the little short mobile camera there. I'm going to have a walk up here and just show you some of the swims there. Man alive, they look chubby, don't they? I don't think there's barbel in here. There may well be, but I don't think there is. But look, you can see here that lovely classic pool. See something laying down there. I don't know what that is. I've got my polarising glasses on. And there's my rods, just waiting to crash over. That could be a fish down there. I'm not altogether sure. Could also try float fishing. Man, it's dark down there. That looks pretty. If I can just show you that back area over there by that tree, there should be perch. I might actually move down and try that one. Be worth a go. And peace and quiet, how I like it. They might look like little tiny rods, but you can have a bit of fun with them catching pretty good sized fish. Might even be able to show you a bite. Just bump it now and again. If you just give a, there you go, there's a bite. Just give it a little bit of, there he is, he's nibbling at the worm. Just give it a bit of a bump, and that can often induce a little take off him. Probably a small fish, but he's tugging and banging. A big fish is going to pull this right round. Anything, say, £1/2 chub onwards, £1/2 perch. The small fish are going to rattle away chewing at that worm. Generally, just after you, there you go, just after you bump the worm, look at the take, look at the take. I think he might almost be on. And there we go, guys. A greedy little perch, half as long as the worm. Wow, got a nice perch on, guys. Much better perch. Much better perch. Come on. A bit more drag. Watch when you lift them out, guys. I have got a net, but... Oh, look at this one, people. What about that one then, people? Here's his little fin up. A nice perch on the river. There's the worm in his top lip there. My goodness, a lip hook perch, that's something in itself anyway. A nice little, look, they're not big fish, bit of fun, isn't it? Brilliant, get it back. Tell you what, I think there's every chance I might get a bigger perch or a chub. I'll try this bigger worm just over that back corner. I want to be on the edge of the current there. In fact, this one I'm going to put down as well. Like two little quiver tips. Tiny little rods, tiny little dinky reels. If you buy these, guys, are dead cheap. Change the line and put some decent line on there. And somebody told me with a drag in here, take it out and put some wax in there or some silicone, some spray. There's a little bite on that one. Then you can actually get a smoother drag. They're not, look, a bit jerky, but listen, they're a fun rod, aren't they? I've got another fish on, guys, in amongst all sorts of snags. If I can get him out, I will do. He's out. Nearly a net job, this one. Better chub. Oh, yes, please. Bit of weed on him. What do you think? Is penrod fishing fun or what? Of course, I can get into nooks and crannies you can't get into with a long fishing rod. That's why I'm catching, I think. Oh, big fish on the penrod, guys, this time. Big fish, big chub. Let's get the net. Big chub. Oh my God. I'll try and get this one so you can see him. He is down there. Let's alter this a bit more for you. Let's hope he doesn't fall off. He is down. Oh God, I'm up the tree now. He's just down there. There he is, there he is, there he is. Ready for the net. I feel he's ready for the net, guys. God, he's just hooked in the net. He's nicked in the top there. Let's get him out. You just can't pressure them too much, that's one thing. Especially chub, diving straight for the weed. I had a heck of a scrap before I got the camera fitted up, casting over there. I'll point out the swim in a minute. And I threw loads of bread in first. This is a nice chub on a penrod. Don't pull the rod way back here because you will break it. Keep it fairly low. There is a really nice chub. A section of lobworm. Did the trick there. There's a little rod. I just gave him a second or two, hold still bud, to take that worm, and I was lucky to get him out. What do you say, not bad for penrod, is it, eh guys? I'm going to call that another penrod challenge accepted and defeated. Is there nothing these rods can't catch? I mean, baby rod like this, barely 2 feet long, and look what I've caught with it. Now where I caught that fish was right over there. You can see, I turn it around so you can see the actual, you can't call this a swim, can you? You can't exactly call it a swim. It is an absolute jungle of weed. Already seen some otter tracks in the mud. And upstream there, you can see that there's choked swims as well. But over the back there is good. But look, a classic spot for chub. and I'm watching stuff like the odd leaf go down, and you'd think most of the current's this side. No, most of the current, guys, is over that side. Those leaves are moving slow there. In fact, if I could ever get out there, you need to get waders to get out there. Over there, might be something, penrod with waders. Trotting a float along it could be good, but I lob my worm over there. You might just be able to see a bit under the water. It's moving really fast. I'm going to throw some more bread out. Fingers crossed, there's every chance I might get another one. If I don't, I'm not bothered. I think we've proved penrod works. Another fish on, guys. Got another fish on here. Silver. Could be a chub. Wow. Wow. That, boys, is one big dace. Look at the worm hanging out his mouth there. That's a big dace. 3 different species. Nice big chub, perch. There's other chub, and now a clonking dace. Man, he really wanted that. Absolutely digested it. That's an upside down one in a state of tonic immobility. Let's get him back. Just take a little bit of care with your overhead cast. Make sure it's all untangled. And I say, if you're going for light fish, small stuff, you know, up to 2 or 3 pounds, I'd scale up to say 4 pound line. If you're going for pike or something bigger, put 10 pound on. That's on the money. Just let it wash around in the current there. I'm just letting them tug and tap away at it, and I'm leaving a belly in the line so that I can actually watch and feel that belly in the line first before I even see anything on the rod top. Just a question of waiting. They're coming out from underneath those bushes. And then I think I'll have another search upstream, because I always like looking for different swims. Give this one a few minutes, eh? Something different, guys. It is, how about this? Long time since I caught one of these out of this river. A big gudgeon. 4 species. I'm having a bit of a blinder on this tiny baby penrod. That's not a bad old gudgeon. And I hate to say it, but I saw something about 4 or 5 pounds down there. I don't think it was a chub. It had the shape of a barbel, but I don't even know if they got barbel in this river. But there we go, guys. Nice little gudgeon. Well, I've been creeping up here, guys, and just under this tree. Barely want to move. They're only small, but there's some chub down there. I'm using this as a screen. But I've seen them down there just drifting around. Now, whether they're spooked or they've gone out there, which is sort of, I can't even get out there with the penrod, I don't know. I might be able to chum up down here with some bread and actually bring them in. But I'm using this tree as a sort of screen. Let's get some bread crumbled up and dropped in. Better not use my sandwiches. Always take a cheap loaf of bread. You never know when you're going to use it. I just crumble it. I'd like to wet it really, but I'm not going to bother. I just want a little crumbling bit up with my nail. And just toss it slightly upstream so it does sink. I don't want it going all the way down here, dragging the fish with it. Whether they'll come out or not, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I spooked them, you know, who knows. Got a bit further up there. Ideally, I'd like it laying just on that silt. Would be nice. I don't see them. But perhaps you should be able to see down there. By just pinching it very lightly, I don't make it too doughy. I should try some of that weed. Bit of a namby throw, but yeah, that's the way it is, isn't it? No, I don't see them. I do not see them. It's always worth looking to benefit of polarising glasses. And this crust's going all the way down there, floating, but they might come up on the crust. Good spot over there. That might be worth a throw. Someone's already fished in here. You can see where it's flat. Classic sort of spot. But look down the margin. My goodness, I tell you what, it does look. It's very, very pike fishy. Nice clarity, nice bit of wood. I'm going to have a throw over there because this grass is squashed down there, so somebody's obviously thought the same of this swim. Double worms are on the way. Guys, chub's just come straight up over there, put some bread. Oh, I've got two on at once, guys. It's double pens. How am I going to do this? I think there's one on the second one as well. I've got one here. This is where we go in the water. That one's in the bushes, that's good. And this one is God knows where. Look at this perch. Look at this perch, boy. Look at this perch. Look at this perch. That is a nice perch on a pen rod. I think you'll agree. He's absolutely scoffed the worm. Let's get him out, get the disgorger. Always keep one of these disgorgers with you. And you just pop it out like that. There you go. Well, Mike likes his perch fishing, he's missing out now. And maybe the one on this other rod. That's a nice looker, isn't it, eh? Maybe the one on the other one. I can still get out as well. Let's get this one back. Don't lose the disgorger. There's a fish on it, there's a fish on it, there's a fish on it. What is it? Oh, it's a chub or something. It's out, it's in, it's out. I'm going to net this one, guys. You know, better not eat that, that's plastic. As a saying, I use it many times, guys. There's anglers and there's danglers. God, fish on, boys, fish on. Fish on and in the rushes. What the hell has this got me to? Oh, net. That's a netter. Oh, yes. Oh, do you know what, guys? And look at the bread he's been coughing up down there. I don't know if you're going to see this. Look, these bits of bread. Another nice perch. Look at that one. That's a nice big perch in it. I cannot grumble at all. Good looking perch, isn't it? I mean, they're nice to catch. I know that people like drop shotting. For me, worms the way. Let's get him back. No, let's get him out there again. Got to get him in the right spot. I need to be just at the back of that tail end piece of. Oh God, that was nearly in it. That should be on the money. That's if there's a chub, is where I would be. But a little bit slower pace, so there's every chance. Just in here, there's perch. Well, guys, here's a nice, pretty spot. I'm not sure what that sort of, that licheny stuff is there. But there was a big tree came down here a few years ago. I think they cut it down or it snapped out, whatever. And if I climb up and balance precariously on the top, there's a hole down there. It's very, very chubby. Maybe if I walk out along that tree there, the rest is all, no doubt fish in there, but obviously going to be unfishable. Especially with a pen rod. Beautiful yellow colours there. And this little area is a nice little sun trap. See the camera on my head, and I'm going to go and lure a worm in there, or a section of a worm, a third of a lobworm. Let's Make sure all my rings are lined up. That's the other thing you have to do with the pen rod, is make sure it's all tickety-boo. This one's not. Oh yeah, that looks chubby. Man alive, that looks chubby under that tree. Probably spooked the life out of him, but you never know. It's really noisy. You can't probably hear them, but there's kids on holiday, so that's pretty well going to be me done. So there's a swim under here, and I feel there's one back there. A little bit too much current here. Man alive, there's going to be a chub under there, surely. Just going to lower it down. No bumps. No, wind in. Even just down there is a classic little spot. Something wrong with this rod. Maybe the worm's not big enough. Let's drop it down there. Risking losing it, but what do you do? Oh, it's like kids again exploring, isn't it? Be very surprised there's not a chub down here. Just going to roll it round the back. See how the current comes out underneath the tree stump there? One last cast, guys, before I go home. Well, it might be two casts. So I'm catching the motorbike up. So I'm going to have one last throw for a chub. And this is my fancied swim over the back here. It's a kind of surprise I haven't had a real jumbo perch, but you never know. Getting bites, guys, getting tugs and bites. Missed him. I missed him, son of a gun. I think this hook is... Oh no, it's still in the water. I've got to have one more throw. I think that must have been a perch, but I had a good... that's a bad cast. That one's a bad cast. That's the going home cast, guys. Bye. Well, thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show Penrod Challenge. Another one crossed off the list. I tell you what, I've had a really good session here. I mean, it's half a day messing around. One tub of worms, half a loaf of bread. That's all I've had. Moving around, looking for swims, searching out little pockets. In fact, we used to call it pocket fishing. So appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to watch TA Outdoors, my channel. Until the next Penrod Challenge.